Hi, this is John Fazio with Fazio Law Offices, and I wanted to take a couple minutes to talk to you about DUI law in New Jersey and what to do if you've been accused or been arrested for drunk driving. The first and most important thing you should understand is that the charges for drunk driving carry significant collateral consequences, meaning that you can lose your license and probably will if it's not properly handled. And it can be something that employers look at or find out about, and it can affect your current job because you can't get there to go to work. So what are you facing if you are arrested for drunk driving in the state of New Jersey? Well, if it's your first DUI, which it is for most people, you're looking at a 3-month loss of license, and as a minimum suspension, possible jail time, $250 to $400 in fines and fees, and 24 to 48 hours of IDRC, which is basically alcohol treatment education. And as well, you may be subject to a mandatory interlock device for 3 months. The good news is the legislature has realized that taking away people's license is not the best way to handle this offense, and rather rehabilitation of the underlying alcohol problem is the way to go. So for first-time offenders that are below 0.10, you can avoid license suspension pretty much altogether if you install an interlock device for 3 months. So for people who've recently been charged, that's a really important provision to try to work through. Secondly, if you have a higher reading of 0.10 to 0.15, if you put the interlock device in for 7 months, you can reduce the amount of time or even avoid having any kind of suspension altogether. Those are really helpful for people who otherwise would have a lot of trouble with the suspension. Last thing is, if you want to defend your case, we'd be happy to help you out. There are defenses to a drunk driving charge. The police often make serious errors, and the problem is you have to present a defense. You have to go out and get an expert to look at the alco test results and or the way that the officers conducted the stop, the alcohol sobriety test, and the underlying alco test procedure, and their observation of you during the 20 minutes preceding that. When you do that, there's almost always going to be some flaw that you can hang your hat on in order to negotiate and try to get a lower or a more favorable result. If you have any questions at all, we'd be happy to talk to you about your drunk driving situation at 201-529-8024.